97% of Fortune 500 companies are using ATS, which means about 487 out of 500 companies are using an ATS.
In today's fast-paced job market, companies receive hundreds or even thousands of resumes for just a single job opening. So how do these companies manage this flood of applications? Well, the answer is an Applicant Tracking System, or ATS for short. An ATS is a software used by recruiters and HR departments to streamline the hiring process. It automatically collects, sorts, and analyzes resumes, helping employers sift through job applications faster than it would take them manually.
A job posting, on an average, gets 250 resumes. Larger companies get more resumes. And finally, about 4 to 6 candidates meet for an interview. Imagine the number of profiles the recruiter has to see on a daily basis to close the positions. No wonder a Capterra research showed that recruiters, on an average, spend 7.4 seconds looking at a resume before moving on to the next one. To mitigate these challenges, most companies have introduced automation or application tracking system, as they are called, to manage the process of resumes and hiring. A job scan report of 2023 showed that 97% of Fortune 500 companies are using ATS, which means about 487 out of 500 companies are using an ATS. 70% of all large companies are using an ATS, and 20% of even small and medium enterprises have deployed application tracking systems.
When you submit your resume online, the ATS scans it for specific keywords that match the job description. Think of it as a search engine for resumes. It is not just looking for job titles, but also key skills, qualifications, and even certain types of formatting.
Typically, this is how it works. An application tracking system, or the automation, scans the resume and matches the keywords with those of the job description. It then shortlists the profiles which have the best match. It stack ranks them and gives it to the human recruiter, saying, here are the best profiles, and this is the percentage of match that the profile has with the role being offered for. Companies have been able to reduce the hiring time by 60% after they've deployed ATS, and even the quality of the resumes that they're getting has improved. In fact, Amazon on its website has gone so far as to say that for certain skills and roles, after the resume is scanned and found to be a match, it will go directly to the interview round without any human recruiter or interface in the middle. Companies are clearly benefiting from ATS. The global ATS market, which is currently at about 15 billion USD, is expected to touch 26 billion USD by 2030.
ATS isn't perfect though. Sometimes highly qualified candidates get overlooked simply because their resumes aren't optimized for the system. For example, recently a manager of a company fired half its HR team as his own CV, created under a pseudonym, was rejected within minutes by the ATS. So how can you make sure your resume passes through an ATS successfully?
But for the candidates and job seekers, ATS is a bit of a mixed bag. There is both good and the bad. Let's start with the bad news first, and let's talk about 3 tips on how you can manage the ATSs better. Please remember that an ATS is an automation, and not all of them are very intelligent right now. 70% resumes are rejected by an ATS because it is unable to read them, and it is not in a format which can be easily understood by an ATS. So here are 3 tips for you as you navigate the application tracking systems and make sure that your resume gets you an interview. First, please look for keywords in the job description, and if you have those skills, please make sure that they are mentioned in your profile in simple bullets, which means that you might have multiple profiles for different companies and roles to ensure a better fit. Second tip, please call out your soft skills in the resume. Many people miss that aspect. And even more importantly, please call out the impact that you have created in the role. Please call out the numbers, the achievements, because that builds credibility in the resume. And the third tip is please keep the formatting and the words very simple so that even the not so smart automations can read and understand it easily. For example, for work experience, please say work experience instead of my career journey. Maybe the automation won't get it.
And ATS is indeed a powerful tool that helps companies streamline the hiring process. While it's designed to make recruiting easier, job seekers need to be strategic about optimizing their resumes to get past the system and into the hands of recruiters. And now, with the advent of artificial intelligence, these systems are getting more and more advanced in order to analyze resumes for specific roles in the company.
Application tracking systems, which were pure automations in the past, are moving towards getting smarter because AI and ML are getting infused into them. AI and ML getting infused into ATS has a few benefits for the job seekers. Generative AI, which is in a better position to read and understand the text, will not just do a keyword matching. It will be able to understand the context of the role and the relevance of the profiles far better, and you should have lesser rejections like in a typical ATS. AI can also make the hiring process more objective. AI can be trained to ignore demographic data like race, religion, region when it shortlists resumes, which is harder to do with humans. AI and ML getting infused with the application tracking systems will make the recruitment process more intuitive and beneficial for job seekers and organizations, both if done right. Let's hope for the best.
So, the next time you apply for a job, remember that it's not just a person reviewing your resume, it's also a machine. For more news and updates, keep watching Live Mint.